create this mess, these problems, my boy, for your citizens, it's gonna create some havocs, my boy. And not just like from modern day times, because even back then, like you could call any of these random like mobs that they had, these secret clubs that would go around and claim territory and kill people, like from the Roman times, and all of that, even going further behind that, because they had a name for their group, with individual nicknames, they had symbols, they had colors, and then you weren't able to cross unless you paid a fee, and then they would catch you in their land, they would hang you or kill you. Essentially they were gangs, my boy. Essentially they were gangs, before modern times, pues. So this problem has existed since way beyond the modern age, you know what I mean? But it's funny because people choose not to see it, you know what I mean? They choose to call it, history, or choose to call them dynasties, and my boy, they were gangs, homie. Plain and simple. What these street neighborhoods do is no different than what America did when they landed here, killed all these people, and claimed the land for theirs. And if anybody had some pedo, they would have to answer to them. And if you disrespected them, then they would come after you. You know what I mean? They dying for colors too. Flags. Call them countries. You know what I mean? Murder's murder. Regardless of why you're doing it. To say that you'd rather send your kid to the military than to become on the streets, and my boy, they're still killing. You'd rather have them kill for countries than kill for streets. Murder's murder. Plain and simple. Nobody has the right to die to the hands of another individual. Thou shalt not kill, meaning applying to everyone. You don't get to just try to hide behind, the Constitution and think what you're doing is justified. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not. These people came and literally took the land for theirs and claimed it for theirs. My boy, who said this land was theirs? Who said and why? Give me a good reason why this land was theirs to rightfully claim it. It's not. That's one thing that when people always try to argue, I always tell them, okay, tell me what gave the founding fathers the right to come here and do what they did, my boy. Like, explain it to me. What gave them the right to come, kill all these people, and then say that this land is ours? Justify it for me. You know what I mean? Of course, America sees it as a problem. Why do you think they hate ISIS? You know what I mean? Because ISIS was trying to do everything that America did. But they want to call them terrorists. Why didn't you call yourselves terrorists when you guys were doing the same thing then? Because America knows that it worked for them. That's what they don't want. They know how successful this plan could be. They should know. The original ones that came here, the ones that cited the Constitution and all that. But that's what I mean, though. Like, what military does, my boy, because these fools be having because war, it happens like this. How you see it now with Ukraine and America, they have gun battles in the cities, my boy, with innocent people getting hit by bullets. Bullets have no name; they just travel. You know what I mean? There's innocent people died throughout all over the world because America meddles in a lot of places. If you look into it, you see America, has troops all over the damn place. You know what I mean? That they, they muscle their way through these countries or whatever. You see incidents in El Salvador, in Guatemala, in Libya, and the Congos and places like that, where innocent people are dying, fool. Because these people are having gun battles in just in the middle of the city. A lot of innocent people are dying all the time by the hands of Americans who are labeled as war heroes, who are given holidays for killing innocent people. But yet when a gang member does it, it's blown out of proportion and it's seen as murder and stuff like that. But yet you want to be praising these people for doing the very exact same thing. But you think it's different because there's a constitution to defend it? What, a piece of paper that some guys just wrote? And that's what's used to justify it? Miss me with all of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the truth. It's just a piece of paper that these people sign. And they call it law. So that gives them the right to justify anything, any horrendous act that they do, like dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. Psst. Like, come on now. The hypocrisy is unbelievable. It's never that I come on here to try to justify the acts of gang members and stuff like that. I don't. But don't paint yourselves as saints either, or try to say what you do is different. It's not. And people get mad at that. You know what I mean? Not offending no one, bro. Those are the fucking facts. And that's the sad truth. Because, like I said, if we're gonna label this as a problem, right? And point out the flaws and errors and all of this lifestyle and stuff like that. Okay, then murder exists universal, right? So if it's bad all equally. So no, you don't have the right to send your soldiers over there and be fucking shooting anybody, homie. Because it's bad, like you said. So what you doing? Oh, but you think because you're doing it is right. Makes sense. They holler that murder and no one has a right to kill anybody and always screaming and preaching all of this. Yeah, when they arrest somebody and now it's on the opposite side of their favor. Oh, yes, don't they be preaching the death penalty and don't they want to push the death penalty on this person? Why? Then that makes you a murderer just like that person. Oh, but it's justified now because it's happening on the other side of the foot, huh? At your convenience, you want to play all these, what's considered murder and what's not and stuff like that. That's the real hypocrisy. They want to say that gang members can't see what they're doing and their errors, and they're always trying to blame other people. Oh, yeah, but yeah, you're over here praising this country, huh, for doing the very exact same thing. But yeah, you think you're different than these individuals, right? You're saying because you're supporting gang violence and everything like that, you're supporting gang members. Okay, you're supporting murders and all that shit the same too, though. You're even praising them with holidays. So don't give me that shit and think that you better. You know what I mean? Just because you go to church, how many Catholics were killing out there too, and Christians? Your whole entire religion was based off of the blood of other people. Yeah, you think that you better than other individuals, huh? Because you're praising the right one? Why? Oh, because you see your cause worthy of that. So do these individuals see the cause of that? They see their cause is worthy too? Oh, but it's different, huh? Okay. Right, because you didn't get jumped into your group? Dog, it's ridiculous. My bad. I get too passionate into this. It's because it mind boggles me. I see a problem with it equally, with gangs, with countries and all that. Well, what gets me mad is that people only see the problem with just gangs. And not the other. It's like, no, bro, they're both bad. No, just gangs. Okay. Yeah, because the truth hurts. I know. Because they're not gonna be able to justify it, bro. There's no reason for it. Like I said, so you rather send your son to kill for countries instead of streets? Yeah, way to go, bro. That's definitely way better. My boy, as many homicides that happen in the streets, my boy, no street gang, meaning all of them combined together, have ever killed as many people as one battle at war does, my boy. These fools kill millions, my boy. Millions. These vatos kill maybe one person and another gang member, So another people that these fools want gone either way. Either way, the people that you guys want gone, so they're doing you the favor, if anything. But you still want to bitch about it, but okay. They kill one person every 3 months. If even that, it's rare. These vatos kill millions in one battlefield. And we're not talking about like actual, we mean like innocent people, women, children, elders, kids, everything, my boy. When they dropped the bomb in Hiroshima, my boy, they killed pregnant women, elders, children, dyslexic, all they didn't give, my boy, they didn't hesitate, bam, and people were clapping and yeah, the soldiers are back from war. Woo, fucking all kinds of fucking Japanese motherfuckers died, fool. All ages, homie. These vatos didn't give a fuck, dog. These fools are throwing holidays, homie. Holiday. What you guys celebrating? Don't you see that all kinds of women and children just fucking died? That motherfuckers over here clapping. We're talking about millions. They dropped 2 atomic bombs, fool. Nuclear bombs, homie. And these fools died horrendous deaths, because I don't know if you guys know what radiation poisoning does to a human body. For those who didn't die automatically, go and read that shit, the shit that these fools had to endure. But these vatos don't see nothing wrong with what they did, homie. They could sleep at night firme. But yeah, we're the issue, homie. We're the real villains. The shit the war crimes these fools do is out, homie. Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. All countries see death is seen as now when you're pushed up against the corner. Now it becomes okay to take another person's life, right? Because you want to justify it. Same with these individuals that try to justify it, because it's all speculation. Would have they really took us all out, or we're just assuming because we don't know? You know what I mean? Because it could only all be assumptions that they would have done that. We're not 100% sure that that's what they would have done. It's kind of like these people saying that let's go dump on them before they dump on us. It's the same thing, bro. There's no. It's crazy. It's kind of like when these fools say that these fools came and fucked up their barrios, though. Because these lands don't belong to the. That's what I'm saying. These lands don't belong to none of these countries. Yet these countries think that it does. Says who? There's no such thing as America, Japan, Russia, England, France, Germany. There's no such thing, my boy. It's just planet Earth. People are born and you live life right here like every other creature does. How they're able to coexist with each other. You see it in the jungles and stuff like that. They live amongst each other and stuff like that. Because we're creatures too. We're creatures just like them. We're just advanced, obviously. But nonetheless, we're still creatures nonetheless, just like any other creature that's right here on this planet. And you see how they could coexist amongst each other. And even though you see, yeah, you have predators that, they kill each other, they eat each other, in order to survive and like blah, 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 blah. But you have the mental now to leave those animal primate instincts behind, to move on, to better yourself. That's why we're like the top creature in this country, you know what I mean? The best that's, breathing and inhabiting this planet. So we're able to move beyond our predator instincts, you know what I mean? Because then we're no better than alligators and hyenas and shit like that, you know what I mean? We're doing just like what they do, like mindless animals, bro, fighting for territory and killing others for being different and just to feed ourselves. That's clearly what's happening. We think we're different than animals still. We're still living the very exact same way. I feel like humanity was put here to be able to see that we could live amongst each other because we have the brain capacity to acknowledge that you shouldn't treat others bad and be able to live amongst each other without being, you know what I mean. But to think that you have the right to claim this land or to sell this and sell that when Earth is full of all of these natural resources for us, you know what I mean. To be able to live by, but yeah, you think that you have the right to claim it as all yours and sell it to these individuals. Why? Because you have the muscle to say so? No, that shit is stupid. There's no such thing as an essentially. You know, we're all born the same, my boy. So what makes it? What makes this land yours? When you're born, well, who gave it to you? Did God come and give it to you? Like, come on now, miss me with all of that. But but it's like, nah, you know what? The establishment is already here, so it's better if we just comply and everything like that. Oh, but because the system is already put here, already here, it's better if we just comply to it. Uh-huh. And that's been working, right? Because there's always issues. You can't domesticate a human. That's why you see that all these elections and everything, they're not working. Is citizens are still, and you still see the greedy still keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer. Because if the economy crashes and all of this shit, if it all goes to shit, my boy, the rich have nothing to worry about. All our senators, president, vice president, they got nothing to worry about. Despite if they're Republican or Democrat, doesn't matter. My boy, if the economy goes to shit, if this shit all goes to shit, my boy, they'll be in their big ass house eating filet mignon, watching their TV. They ain't got shit to worry about, homie. Food ain't gonna stop coming for them. Electricity's still gonna be running for them. They'll be living feed, man. Homie, they ain't got shit to worry about. But us that are here, the citizens, we're the ones that are gonna be paying the price. And for what? For these folks to give us what's rightfully ours, freedom? To want us charge us for food and water was naturally ours because the earth produces and gives it to us. Just like any of these other creatures that just go to a lake and just drink out of it. And you see them munching, but yeah, we gotta pay for it. To pay for what? Nah, just because these fools want their ends. Because they're greedy. Yeah, the greedy won a long time ago, my boy. These fools are saying that we can't let them win. Let them win what, my boy? They won a long time ago, bro. Because the structure's already here. It's been checkmate, homie, since way back. Since the day that everybody agreed with money, it was the day that these fools won. Because nobody ever wants to blame money. Why does people always want to look at is the race, is the gangs, is this, is that? What it really is, my boy, is the money. But why nobody wants to look at the money as a problem is because everybody wants money. And of course, the problem of the world can't be something that you want, because then that means that you want what's wrong with this world. So obviously it can't be that, right? Because you're not a bad person, so it can't be that. So it must be everything else. It must be their skin color. It must be because they claim these gangs. It must be because they're Democrat. It must be because they're Republican. Yeah, it must be. Because obviously it can't be money. That's why I'm disgusted. That's why I never care for it. It's a necessity, bro. You know what I mean? It don't bring real happiness. You know? It's sad because what money does to individuals. People really be chasing this dream like if money's really gonna fix all their problems, like if it's really the answer to everything. That's why you see all these rich people like Prince, Michael Jackson, Robert Williams, all these people that commit suicide, right, and are drug addicts and alcoholics, right, because they're still miserable with all their life, but yet they're the richest people on the damn planet. Yet they're still not happy, and these are the people that you want to trade your life with. Why? Because they have the money and you think that they living happy when you see them fucking miserable? Bro, come on now. But yeah, because society painted the image that that's what people want. And of course you're going to want to paint this image. Why do they want to paint the image of success and riches and all that? Because you're going to want to go out there and buy it. And guess who that money goes to? It goes to their wallets and pockets. Of course they're going to want to say that that's the goal. Imagine they say if you don't become rich and successful, that you failed in life, right? That riches and all that means you succeeded in life. Currency hasn't always existed. Money hasn't always been around. So what was the goal of life back then? Then before money came into the picture, then there was no point in life then. If that's what they're saying, that that's the goal in life. So what was the goal back then? Right? Because they conned everyone to believing that this is the goal. Of course, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna want to say that the riches and all that is the goal and everything, because the money goes directly to them. If you look at how they say that diamonds are rare, right? That you should pay 500,000 for diamonds. Diamonds are common. If you think I'm lying, go research all of that shit yourself, my boy. But just because these people say that these things are rare and the dime of dozen and everything like that they have you guys paying all that feria for them when they're fucking common. But just because they structured it that way, tricking people into believing this. So stash them to make a limited amount out there. Yeah, of course. That way you guys pay up. Right? Because they say that that's what's worth a lot in this world. Why? It says who? And to who? To have a diamond, all of a sudden that makes you better than me? Why? What does that diamond do? Does it give you powers? Does it make you stronger? Make you smarter? So why are you better than me because you have a diamond? I don't understand. Right? Because society has painted that as the classes, those who have this, those who have that. You're better than me now because you have a gold chain. Because it must make you stronger, faster, and smarter. Right? Because you're smarter. That's why you're better. Because that gold chain gives you those abilities. It doesn't? Then just because you have that material thing, it makes you better than me. That's odd. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we out. So I don't want to turn everyone into a rant and all this and everything like that. I already have my blood boiling as it is. I hate the rich. I hate what money has done to society. I hate the way it's how it's polluted our society the way it has. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Shadow, we out.